is now talking to Topsy.
Well, Kyle, congratulations on a brilliant win. The Calcutta Cup back in your hands. Scotland talked all week about a response to last weekend's loss. You certainly delivered today.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we wanted this one really badly for the Scottish people, and I just can't say thank you enough to everyone at Murrayfield today. The noise today, for getting behind us after last week. Thank you so, so much.
I'm sure they appreciate you as much as you appreciate them. Let's talk through tactically, though, because you came with a clear game plan and it seemed to get good rewards, especially in the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, they've got a good back three. We knew that they like to go there as well, and we just knew that was going to be a fun battle. So we've been looking forward to it all week, and it was a good battle in there. Good to get up there with them.
And it's a win that should fill you with massive confidence and belief. But the question will be, how do you bottle this performance and take it through the rest of the Six Nations?
You just put all the focus into next week. You take the energy we felt today, and we've got to be able to back it up again next week. So we double down on what we believe in, what got us here, and we go again.
Well, Carl, congratulations. You are today's Guinness Men's Six Nations Player of the Match.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thoughts here of the England captain?
Well, Mara, another tough visit to Edinburgh. As you're thinking back on the game and the performance, where do you think England fell short today?
As you said, it was a tough game. There were pivotal moments in the game, both sides of the half, that got away from us. I think we just have to take a hard look at the game and reassess and come back better for next week.
The opening 20 seemed to be where a lot of the damage was done. Is there anything, thinking back now, that you guys maybe could have done better in anticipation of what you would know would be a ferocious Scotland response?
I guess in the first 20 minutes, as you said, we gave away a couple penalties, we gave away field position, and ultimately when we got into their side of the pitch, we didn't probably convert as much as we wanted to. But the nature of the beast, this is Six Nations rugby, all the teams are good. We'll have to lick our wounds and get back.
Yep, and you go again next weekend against Ireland. I guess as you're thinking about it now, what are some of the quick lessons that you'll look to improve upon to get your Six Nations campaign back on track?
Well, we need to start well. We need to start the game well. We need to start the game with accuracy and precision. We didn't quite do that today.
All right, thanks, Mara. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Well, Sione, congratulations on winning the Calcutta Cup back. You spoke a couple of days ago about Scotland being desperate, putting in a desperate performance. Is that what it looks like when you get it right?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I don't have much to say, but I'm just super proud of our group. You know, it wasn't an easy turnaround for us against Italy, and I can't remember a game hurting as much as it did last week. But to regather as a group, and there was a lot of things out there in the media that I felt like our group was fighting, but we stuck together. We internalised it inside the change room, and we fronted up today. And I just want to give all the credit to the team and to the management for the quick turnaround after Italy.
In terms of the playing group then, what were some of the things that you zoned in on to say, these are the things that we need to improve on, this is what we know we can deliver, so we can go out and put performances like we saw today?
Yeah, I think, probably the same things that we wanted to do last week, and that's the frustrating thing, is that we felt like we couldn't get a lot of the things off that we spoke about from the autumn to the Six Nations out against Italy, and that was so frustrating for the group because there was a lot of talking done behind closed doors and fixes and stuff like that, and today we felt like we got the opportunity to right a couple of those wrongs, and we jumped out of the gate and we jumped on this good England team that they are, and I just felt like we got to play our type of rugby today.
And this is a fixture now, you've had the rub of the green on over the last few years. The question will be now, how do you take that forward into the next fixture and beyond to show Scotland can truly compete in the Six Nations? Yeah,
you're absolutely right, and this has been a fixture that we've rose to the occasion, but to win this tournament, you can't just rise to the occasion once, and we've got to do that again next week in an environment that we've probably struggled in the last 20 years. If you look at the statistics of going away to Wales, so we'll enjoy tonight as a group because I feel like we deserve it, and it was hard bouncing back off last week, but it'll be next job focus, and like you say, we're searching for consistency.
Sione, enjoy tonight, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks everyone for coming out. I know it was a hard bounce back from Italy last week, but can't tell you how much the support means to see young families in the crowd, and we really played for you guys today, so thanks so much, and hopefully see you guys in a couple of weeks back for France. Thank you.
This is the BBC interview with Gregor Townsend. I'm just going to turn the radio mic off. BBC interview with Gregor Townsend. Gregor, what another famous day, Calcutta Cup rugby here at Edinburgh, and you've got the cup back. You must be a very proud head coach.
Yeah, really proud of how we played. From an attacking point of view, the ambition and accuracy, the speed, the decision making was outstanding in that first half hour. Defensively, right throughout the game, obviously England had a lot of possession at times, and we kept our discipline. We fought really hard in the tackle. We won the ball back. We defended our try line so well, and then the other element is just how we grew into that final quarter, when that's the tough times, when an opposition is throwing everything at you. They've emptied their bench, and to be in control at the end of the game was very pleasing.
You often save your best performances for England. Do you know why that is?
No, look, I think, yeah, of course we played some of our best rugby against England, and that's great. Like, I don't know what people say are negative in that. It's our biggest game. We have other teams that we play well against too, but yeah, there seems to be a narrative that it's a negative that we do well in this fixture. We only see positives, and I reminded our players before the game how well we've done this fixture and what it takes to win this game, and we showed that again tonight.
Yeah, I think everyone here will definitely have seen today as a positive. But Sione Tuipulotu just told us they felt guilty after Rome and they owed you a performance. How do you feel when you hear that from your skipper?
Look, I'm very proud of the team, and I was proud of them last week as well. Like, we went 29 phases in a monsoon condition, starting from our own try line to try and win that game. You ask so much of the players in the team during the week, and they put it in at the weekend, and if they don't turn up with a victory, it's not down to any of their effort and togetherness, and I was proud of them last week. I'm proud of them again this week.
And in terms of you personally, it would have been a tough week. Lots of noise around about the way the team is trending. A, did you always know this performance was coming? And B, how much did you need it personally?
No, it's about the team, and we've had performances at this level just recently. A New Zealand game for not part of the Argentina game. I think there is a tendency to look at the negatives, and that maybe goes with the job we're in. But the atmosphere tonight was very similar to the All Black game, which I think was 3 games ago or 4 games ago. The performance was up there. Tonight we started better, and we drove our performance all the way through, and it was a real 23-man effort. But this team's been playing really good rugby. It's just great to get the result tonight.
And just finally, Wales next week before the break. How much can you kick on from this now, going into the rest of the championship?
Yeah, well, look, three test matches in a row is different. It's a challenge, and we'll be reminding our players, maybe not in the next 5-10 minutes, but we've got to recover for next week. We've timed a week in Spain really well because there's sleet and snow coming into Edinburgh, and we can recover well out there. And on the back of a win, it's going to be obviously a much better week. But Cardiff's a tough place to play. We know how well coached that Wales team is, and it'll be a big challenge next week.
And just on your injured players, a couple coming off and looking serious, I suppose shows what your players put in today.
Yeah, and they're all collision injuries. They do look serious, and yeah, these are key players. Every player in our 15 is a key player, but we have depth, and we know that we were going to have to use players anyway. And I already thought ahead of next week because of fatigue, but it's probably going to be injury now for those 3. Let's hope they're not too serious, but at this stage it'd be tough for them to play next week.
Well, another magic Calcutta Cup day here in Murrayfield. Well done, Gregor.
Thanks, Chris.
Come on.
Thank you.
Nice one. 3, 2, 1, Steve Borthwick for the BBC. Steve, a tough day at the office. Where do you think it went wrong for you guys?
Yeah, we were bitterly disappointed that first 20 minutes, and the lead Scotland got ahead of us, and playing for such a long period with 14 men. The way Scotland can move the ball to edges and playing for a big chunk of the game without a winger, it exposed us there. So that unfortunately gave us too much to do in that second half.
Did anything Scotland do, especially with the ball in hand, take you by surprise today?
Oh, I think we expected them to be able to go aerial and to move the ball to edges. We know they're very good in that regard. And we knew they were going to come out and play with a whole lot of emotion, which, and I'd say they're very, very good players and very good team. What I find really interesting is, going into the game, and you were asking me lots of questions about Gregor earlier on in the week, and the people saying things about Gregor. Well, their players really showed up today. Their players really performed well today, and they really played for Gregor today. They don't play like that they haven't necessarily played like that in every single game. We have got to look at ourselves in terms of areas we could have done better, and certainly we lost we lost some aerial battles and we lost some breakdown turnovers, and we're going to do better in that regard.
I was going to ask about the air. It's been such a hallmark of your game for the last 12 months. When you are not getting those bounces and the upper on top of you in that area, do you have to think about changing tactically?
Well, I think we have a mixed kick strategy, and as you saw last week, we kicked differently. But I think that, and we tried that today, but I think you could credit Scotland. Their backfield coverage was very good. I thought Steyn did really, really well. This championship's full of good teams. You know, these contests are hard fought, and today we gave ourselves too much to do, going that far down on the scoreboard. And even then, when we go for that drop goal attempt, and we get that drop goal, and the scores, I think it would be 24-16. We don't. Ends up being 7 points down the other end of the field, and ends up being 31-13. So 24-16, it would have been a real battle for the last 20 minutes. But there'll be plenty for us to learn from the game and take forward.
Things can snowball a bit when momentum swings in a place like this. Did you feel that your team weren't quite on it today? You spoke about the aerial game, the breakdown, and the ball retention wasn't quite like it has been recently.
Yeah, no, I think, I'll say again, I think Scotland were a really good team, and we had a real contest there, and credit them for doing that. Now we created plenty of opportunities. We had plenty of chances in the right parts of the field, and we'll look at why we aren't converting as well as we want to.
And just finally, it's been a great run. Now you've lost for the first time in 12 months. What can you learn from this to sort of become a better team off the back of it?
Yeah, we're always, whether we win or lose, we'll always be working to become a better team, as I said to you before. In terms of the deep analysis game, obviously I'll take that away and do that later on tonight and tomorrow.
Thanks for your time, Steve. Nice one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks.